Hey guys, PsyStarcraft here with possibly the most epic 3-on-3 match you will ever see. So get some popcorn, get some Funyuns, cuddle up with whatever blow-up doll inflatable girlfriend you have, and sit back for this quite the long 3-on-3 on... I still don't know how to pronounce it. I don't even remember the name. But you know what I'm talking about. It's going to be sweet. We've got Psy in the top left, Briar, and Iris. This is an arranged team game, so I do know both of these players. I played with them before, and we're actually quite successful in 3-on-3s against Katana, Torrent, and Nova. And I don't prepare, so let me turn down the music because apparently I can't remember to do that before I start recording. But this is going to be a mirror match. Two Zergs against one Terran against one Terran. Oh man, it is like 11:30 right now on Tuesday night. I got off work like 45 minutes ago, so I hopefully will have the energy to make it through this very long replay. But let me just tell you, there are Ultralisks, there are Broodlords, Infestors, Battlecruisers, tanks, Thors, I believe. There is just tons of stuff. Unfortunately, there's no Protoss player. Otherwise, we could throw maybe some carriers and Mothership in the mix, Dark Templar, Colossi. But it is an amazing game nonetheless, so I encourage you to stick with it. It's going to be a 4 or 5-parter. I know that's intimidating, but it's going to be sweet. And if you don't want to watch the beginning, you can always just skip through it. So yeah, all that said, I want to give a big shout out to Chris. He is a donator from Oregon, and him and I have been talking, and he sounds like a really cool guy. I just want to thank him for the donation. I forgot to mention him a couple of videos ago. I just accidentally skipped over his name. So thanks a lot, Chris, for that donation. A lot of times in a 3-on-3 map, I will go for a fast expansion, but on this map, it's Akarian, I don't know, something, Citadel. It's a lot harder to fast expand because there are rocks next to these two immediate expansions that are protected by this ramp, or rather you can only get up to the ramp when you're like near our bases, and the other expansions are really far away. You have to go all the way out here, and they're extremely exposed. There are 2 paths to get to them, and there are also another base with a ramp leading up here and a ramp leading up there. So if you're going to fast expand, you either have to take this or one of these 2 side ones. And it looks like we are seeing a pretty fast pull from Torrent here. 6 Lings running to my base. So they're actually running to my base. And Nova is also trying a spine rush. I'm able to take that spine out with my drones. Am I going to kill that worker? No, I'm not. So they've got 1 spine each, as well as some Zerglings in my base. And also, I've got a spine going up. And I've lost quite a few probes here. I'm trying to get some help from my allies here. Briar finally sending in some Lings. Queen getting surrounded, so already taking a lot of eco damage. Able to survive with about 9 drones, which is pretty good. Because they did do that early rush, you are seeing them at 8 and 12 drones. And luckily, those spines did not finish. Mine is still training right here, a little bit too late. A couple more Zerglings in there, wreaking a little bit of havoc. But still at 9 drones, should have canceled that spine. But instead, I'm just going to uproot it, move it to a more versatile location. So right in the mineral line, I'm not going to let them get any more harassment in because they do have a couple more Lings here. Briar with quite a few Lings himself, 2 spines in his base as well. And Iris not doing too much so far. He's not a huge fan of getting an orbital command immediately after his barracks completes. There it goes. And let me just say, I'm going to make fun of Iris a lot this game. We have quite the good relationship. We are very I'm just going to leave it at that. But if I make fun of him, it's okay. Don't be like, oh my god, Sai, you're so mean, because we do it to each other a lot. But you're going to see it a lot this game. Second barracks has gone down, as well as a factory. So apparently he's going 2 barracks with 2 tech labs into a factory and a bunker that he doesn't need, that's not going to be salvaged because... I don't know, but Orbital Command has completed. Not going to get a mule because he wants to save it for scan when they come with Dark Templar, as these 3 Protoss players likely to do here. And I'm sending out a couple Lings just to do a little bit of scouting or counter harass, but they're not going to get far at all. They just got their speed, I believe. I'm only going to get 2 in there, so not the best reaction there. Not able to pull them back, but I am picking off 1 SCV, so that's a good thing. Torrent still sitting out with several Lings. Nova as well, and if we look inside each player's base, he's got 1 spine preparing for any run by like I just tried up here. And it looks like Torrent has 1 as well. None of them prepared for lair tech at this time. Katana just with a lot of Raxes. 3 Raxes, 1 with a reactor, 3 with a tech lab. And it looks like they're positioning their Zerglings to attack again. We did not take this Xel'Naga tower until after they moved in, I believe. So this is going to be quite annoying. This one spine is going to do quite a bit of damage. Queen getting surrounded again. I needed to move the queen back here or maybe back here, somewhere where it can't be attacked by very many lings. But luckily the spine is very well positioned, hard to get a good surround. More lings popping out as well as lings from Briar. Some infantry from Iris, able to clean that up. But I'm still hurting pretty badly here. I am the lowest on eco here. And I don't really have much to fight with either, just a couple of lings. So a bit slowed down here, which is unusual. For this middle position on this map, you usually see these positions get harassed a lot more. But it was smart of them to go for this middle position just because we wouldn't really expect it. And you can see it did do quite a bit of damage. Look at the production tab. We've got a Spire going down for Briar. Starport for the Terran player. Looks like a Roach Warren for Torrent down here. No expansions as of yet. Katana working on clearing these rocks. Iris. Looks like he did drop down a mule or two there. So good macro there on that orbital command. Always want to make sure to get that hotkeyed too. Looks like he doesn't have it hotkeyed at all. He doesn't have his Raxus hotkeyed. I usually, when I play Terran, which is my second favorite race, not a huge fan of Protoss, I like to hotkey my Raxus to 5. Factory to 6, Starport to 7, and Orbital Command to 4. I keep the Orbital Command on 4 just because you're going to be clicking that a lot, because that is what your macro relies very heavily on how often you use your mules. So you always want to use it at just at 50 energy. Sometimes maybe save it if you expect any kind of cloaked units from your opponent, or if you really need that intel report for scouting. Looks like we're seeing some Banelings from Nova as well as Hive Tech. And I am not doing too much. I think this game I decided on mass lings, so I do have my +1 there. Economy doing a little bit better. We're all about even. Briar doing very well. There were 26 harvesters as well as the Terran player down here. And we've got a huge push coming here. Lots of Banelings. And these Banelings are going to spell huge trouble for me because I am just massing lings. I don't even have my 1 armor upgrade yet. So the Banelings will one-shot my Zerglings. With 1 armor upgrade, the Banelings will take 2 shots for each Zergling. But that's not going to finish in time. Let's see, what do I have going here? A Baneling nest myself. So what I told Iris is, Iris, you need to pick off these Banelings and let our Zerglings get in there and actually fight. So we're doing a good job of keeping our Zerglings away until Iris is able to pick them off. Some of them going down. There we go. He's focusing them down quite well. 3 left. Oh, bit mismanagement right there. Losing a lot of Zerglings myself. But we do have quite a few Zerglings. Yellow running his Zerglings in. Nice position by Iris's units. My Zergling is eating up a lot of the damage, but this is not looking good. Luckily, Briar does have those 2 spines, and looks like this will get mopped up by these drones right here. Just a couple Marauders remaining. This Muta just raining away on him, finally reinforcing with some Zerglings. But if we look at the economy tab, Briar is at 24. Actually, he was at about 26, so not too bad. He does have his Spire up. We're looking okay at this point. We have cleared the 2 middle expansions, and I have taken one. Briar has taken another, as well as Katana down here in his base, preparing a missile turret for any turrets, for any Mutalisks that are coming in for any kind of harassment. Some glial reconstitution for Torrent. And taking this base, oh, there goes my phone again. I bet you like 100 of you guys just checked your phones as well. I know you guys are giving me a hard time about that. It's supposed to be 90 degrees on Saturday. We're going to be roasting to death. In case you guys were wondering, I might be going to Beer Fest. Yeah! Beer! And StarCraft! Let's see. Okay, so Briar, now you know his name. Gonna take out this hatchery. They don't really have anything to respond to this, so the hatchery is gonna go down quite easily. He could actually send his mutas into the yellow base. Not Torrent, he's got some spores set up. Iris preparing some expansions, and looks like he's going to go some heavy medevacs, so 2 starports with 2 reactors on 1 base. Very smart play right here. Not using the orbital command once again because minerals are not good. The thing about an orbital command is if you use your mules, your minerals actually disappear.